Hey, Queen. Welcome back to another episode of Birthing Confidence. This season has been totally amazing when we talk about what it is going to take from you to be inside of a space where you recognize that your confidence can grow. Your confidence within yourself, personally and professionally, is on the up and up if you are willing to go through the stages that it takes in order for you to see growth within yourself. So I'm excited. Today's episode is titled The First Trimester of Confidence. Embracing change and uncertainty. And if this is your first time tuning into this podcast, hello, my name is Breye'l, and I am your confidence coach. I enjoy empowering and transforming women's confidence personally and professional so that way you can step into your purpose and see the growth that you are really meant to see in your authentic confidence. So, let's jump right in, y'all, because you have been loving the previous episodes inside of this new season called Birthing Confidence. And so today in particular, we are going to be talking about the first trimester of confidence. The previous two episodes were about the conception of confidence, right? And empowering your embryo. So now you've got your seed inside of the ground. You've recognized that you're going to have to nurture your self assurance. You're going to have to assure yourself, right? Now, here we are talking about the first trimester of confidence, embracing change and uncertainty. Let me tell y'all, I know the first trimester of anything, roughly 13 weeks, is so interesting, right? When we talk about birthing, I remember being in my first trimester. As I told you in the first episode, the first time my husband and I attempted to get pregnant, we had a miscarriage in our first trimester, right? 6 weeks into the 13 weeks of the first trimester. So that I personally had to go through the concept of embracing change, right? Because I went from being pregnant to not pregnant. How many of you remember being inside of a space where you went from being in a relationship to not in a relationship? You went from working a job to not working a job. You went from living a regular life to COVID coming through and changing up everything that you went through. You went from having the perfect shaped teenage body when you were in high school to now you ain't got a high school body no more, right? So you know what it's like to embrace change and uncertainty. But in today's episode, we're talking about, in particular, the first trimester of confidence, right? So again, you've got your seeds inside of the ground, and here comes the obstacles, right? Here comes the you've been doing good. People have been reaching out to you about wanting to work with you, or you've been seeing the pounds go off of your body, or maybe you found that guy or that girl that you're interested in, and things have been going good. And you started, you empowered your embryo, as we talked about in the previous episode. But what happens when uncertainty and change comes? I want to talk about first the definition of uncertainty, right? Uncertainty is defined as the state of being uncertain, right? Something that is uncertain or that causes one to feel uncertain. And similar words to this is unpredictability, unreliability, riskiness, and being in a dilemma, apprehension, doubt, right? We have all faced some of these feelings when we have been inside of a space where we want to accomplish our goal. Remember, we talked about when you are birthing something, when you know that there's a long process to go through, there will be feelings of doubt. There will be feelings of uncertainty. There will be feelings of not knowing what to do when the obstacles come. But your solution to that problem is to embrace change. Because here's the thing, if you know, again, your goal is to birth the confidence. If you know that that is going to take a particular amount of time, and let's get into the concept of time right now. Time is an illusion. So you cannot be one of those people who says, as soon as I launch something, I want the result to be perfect 10 weeks from now. As soon as I meet this guy, I want the relationship to be perfect from day one, and I don't want any obstacles. As soon as I decide I'm going to get pregnant, I don't want any morning sickness. As soon as I decide I'm going to lose weight, I want my pounds to drop consistently every 5 pounds every couple of weeks. As soon as I say that I'm going to be a coach or a consultant or start my business, I don't want to see any obstacles. You're not going to make it if you are not already recognizing that at the beginning there will be obstacles, right? It reminds me of when we moved to Belize. We knew we wanted to garden, right? Here's the thing. We came to Belize in a rainy season. So we got our cucumber seeds up. We got our watermelon seeds up, right? They went from inside the soil to they came up. We even got to the point where we were able to transplant them from the little soil part into the ground. We went and got soil. We spent money on the soil. We went and put them up against the fence. Everything was going great. And then guess what? It rained consistently for about 2 weeks at a time. And the rain in Belize is nothing like the rain in America, okay? It'll rain in America off and on. It'll rain in America for 2 days. The rain in Belize, this was some pouring down rain for weeks at a time. And guess what happened? The rain caused our soil to be muddy. It stopped the growth of our plants, right? That's what happened in the first trimester. That's what happens when you sometimes set a goal out to accomplish something and it does not go the way as planned. So what did we have to do? One, we had to embrace the change. We had to relax. We had to recognize, and I want you to recognize that sometimes even when you're on your journey to becoming more confident, there are things that will happen that is out of your control. You can't control everything. The moment you decide that you want to control everything is the moment you have already made the decision that you are not willing to go on the journey of growth, right? When you embrace change, you recognize that the change will come. It could be good, it could be bad, but you know that you are never going through like life struggles. Everything is a lesson. It's a lesson and a blessing. So when things don't go your way, when the relationship does not continue, when the child doesn't continue to grow, when the job ain't jobbing no more, when the money ain't hitting no more, when the business idea ain't hitting no more, are you when you've been working out consistently and you don't see the scale dropping, are you willing to recognize that the change that you're embracing, the uncertainty that you're going through, is simply happening right now for you to learn how to be stronger? Are you willing to go through the first trimester, right? Are you willing to focus on the positive? See, that's what the first trimester is about. Is recognizing that you have to focus on the positive. Because even as we read up on the first trimester, right, it says fetal development starts when the egg is fertilized. So you embracing the embryo, you nurturing yourself, you putting the seeds inside of the ground, you joining the Confidence Corner book club, you signing up to surround yourself with women who want to help you grow, to want to see you grow, you reading books that help your mind grow, you learning how to boost your confidence and your self-esteem. That's fertilizing the egg. And see, here's the thing: by the end of the 13th week, by the end of that first trimester, by the end of those obstacles, it says all of the organs in the body systems are developing. Are you willing to recognize that if you could just go through the struggle, embrace the change, go through the uncertainty, focus on the positive, let your fears dissolve? Recognize that anything that you are going through that seems like it's about to break you, that it is making you. Are you willing to lighten up? Are you willing to lighten up? Because see, sometimes things inside of your life, because you are bag lady, you gonna hurt your back, right? Dragging all them back like that. Sometimes situations in your life get let go of because it's time for you to release these things and lighten them up, right? Sometimes the relationship ends, the job ends, the business idea ends, the contract falls through, the car break down, the lights turn off. Sometimes some of these things happen, and if you are not willing to lighten up and let the situation pan out, it'll break you, right? You got to be willing to go through that first trimester knowing that after that trimester, it doesn't directly have to be 12 weeks, right? But we're just tying in the concept of motherhood and birthing, right? We're just tying in the timeline. Are you willing to know that after the rain, the sunshine will come? It says all of the organs and body systems are developing. They're developing, right? You're developing yourself when the uncertain times come. You're developing yourself when you embrace change. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you become stronger. When you release, when you are willing to get into alignment, right? When you are willing to learn how to focus on the positive. Sometimes it's hard to focus on the positive. That's why when women and I work together one-on-one, right? I help you learn how to focus more on the positive because a lot of the times it is your perspective about the situation that's causing you to not be able to focus on the positive. So inevitably, you see yourself as the victim, but you're not a victim, you're a victor if you are willing to be inside of a space where you recognize that you have to embrace change, you have to go through uncertainty, you have to be inside of a space where you're willing to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And see, times when you cannot let go, God will release them from you. The universe will release them from you. So that way you can lighten your load and be open to receiving more. But you will only see your load as being lightened if you are letting go of the fears, dissolving those, and allowing yourself to focus on the positivity. Because guess what? Change is inevitable, right? In order for you to get to the second trimester, you got to go through the first trimester. You got to get through the obstacle in order for you to get to the next step. That's a change. You can't get to the second trimester. The baby can't start to develop his lungs and his heart. Your idea cannot start to hit. It cannot start to produce. You cannot start to lose weight unless you go through the obstacles, the hard times. You want to eat the food, but you can't eat the food. You want to drink the soda, but you can't drink the soda. You want to get to your king, but you ain't willing to kiss a couple of frogs. What are you willing to release? How much change are you willing to embrace? What is your mindset when it comes down to the uncertainty, right? When it how much uncertainty are you willing to face when it comes down to you telling people your ideas, you telling people your goals, and they telling you that they whack and that they won't work out? How much are you willing to be uncomfortable enough to join clubs and to join organizations where women do want to support you? How much are you willing to relax, lighten up, let go of the old people in places that no longer serve you so you can surround yourself with people that really do want to support you? We want that for you in the confidence corner. We want you to join us to come in and feel uncertain at first, embrace change, and see that there are still women that are around that want to see you grow, that want to help you grow, that want to be there for you, that want to boost your confidence, that wants to help you with the business plans, that wants to help you with the weight loss goals, that want to put more positivity inside of your mind. You just have to be willing to go through that first trimester of confidence, those fears, those things that scare you. You have to be willing to go through those. So if this sounds like something for you, and you know that you're ready to embrace change, if you know that you're ready for a little bit of uncertainty, so that way those organs and those ideas and those gifts within you can grow and flourish, put in your application in the link below for the confidence corner and join into this membership, because I'm telling you, queen, now is your time to go from step one to step two. And I totally believe that it is able for you and that you are totally capable of birthing your confidence. You just got to want it more, and you got to be willing to see that you are in the beginning stages of your beautiful transformation. I love you, queen. And until the next episode, share this with a friend. Join us for the limited seats for the confidence corner, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Talk to you later.